Hello, my pretties. This is Shadow the Lion Queen here, and welcome back to another episode of Shadows and Pretties. This time we're at episode 371, and today we are going to be reviewing another movie of the Man-Eater series, and today we are gonna do this review on Something Beneath. It's basically pretty much a Canadian horror movie. Came out in 2007. It's the fifth film of the Man-Eater series. So, I personally think that it's a really interesting film. I personally thought it was really neat. I do have to say that this was a really good movie, and I personally thought this was really good. So, I'm going to talk about this because this is basically about a slime beast. Not to be confused with the user slime beast, by the way. So I'm going to talk about the plot of this movie in case for you guys who have not seen this movie or for those who haven't seen the movie in a long time, etc. So the plot is about on the Cedar Gates Conference Center or CGCC construction site. Dutch comes into contact with some black slime from the newly broken ground. He hallucinates that Bob, whose wife is sleeping with Dutch, and several others were chasing him down bulldozers until he trips and is impaled on some exposed rebar. His death is attributed to drinking. A year later, an ecological conference is being held at the newly opened CGCC, led by the Iphicosian priest, Father Douglas Middleton. He meets CGCC manager Symes and the event coordinator, Kyle Spence. Middleton's friend and keynote speaker Eugene Herman is practicing his speech in the woods nearby when he gets pulled into a slime pit and gets suffocated by an unseen creature. The next day, Middleton alerts Kyle to his friend's appearance, so CGCC chief of the security Jackson Deadmarsh and her check Eugene's room. They find Reggie and Hank and the maintenance men searching for an undiscovered pipe blockage causing the whole wide of problems. But they have not seen Eugene. Deadmarsh and his assistant Tony explore the woods and eventually they find Eugene's body, which his face is badly contorted and disfigured. So, meanwhile, Middleton searches elsewhere due to his troubled history with Deadmarsh and encounters Makila Strovsky and is entitled to celebrity model running after her dog, Cleopatra. She gets covered in black slime and tells the hotel staff to find her dog so she can return to her room and clean up and record a vlog. While recording, she hallucinates an old eyeless woman in her room's mirrors, eventually smashes them all, fatally cutting her wrists. Manuela, a housekeeper employee, finds Makila dead in her room, and her death is labeled to be, well, she took her own life. Symes forbids Kyle from calling the police immediately, and she eventually comes into contact with some black slime herself. She hallucinates being chased by the dog that attacked her as a child, and she tries to use her grandmother's necklace for protection. Middleton then wakes her from her hallucination, revealing the dog is only Cleopatra. A flashback reveals Kyle's necklace was blessed with a prayer from the Obji, Obijue, I think that's how you pronounce it. Her grandmother's people. Reggie and Hank enter the sewers under a CGCC, where they find a massive growth of black slime that eats them both. Father Middleton and Cal encounter Dr. Connolly, now living in the woods and continuing his research to the slime. He believes that it's a single organism with a hive mind, comparing it to an ant colony that had attacked when the building of the CGCC friend its habitat, but its organism can reproduce at alarming rates. So meanwhile, back at the hotel, Deadmarsh views that the vlog that Makila was recording saw the slime-covered creature crawl out of her bathtub as she's smashing the mirrors, and he and Tony go into the sewers to look for Reggie and Hank. Symes is livid that all the guests of CGCC are evacuating themselves, but they all begin hallucinating when he comes into contact with the slime. He follows Deadmarsh and Tony into the sewers and tries attacking them, but Tony shoots him and Tony and Deadmarsh are slimed by this point. And Tony hallucinates that Symes is returning to life, and Deadmarsh finds his body as Colony Middleton. And Kyle enters the sewers to find him, victim. Together they find Reggie and Hank's bodies and discover the slime is starting to seal up all exits. Then Marsh sacrifices himself so he and the others can escape, setting a flame in the metal line, leaking out of the sewer from the walls, and the others are being blinded and sealed by the metal door. They come into contact with the creature's heart, including its mouth, and the colony falls into it. Middleton saves Kyle as she was about to fall in, but she uses her grandmother's necklace to calm the creature by reciting the obituary prayer. They escape, and Middleton reconnects with Kyle at the ambulance and confesses his hallucinations was that Kyle fell into the creature and died. He asks her to leave on his next mission, and she agrees. They kiss. Later, more slime emerges from the manhole, and that's how the movie ends. I'm gonna definitely say that right now that this was honestly a pretty good movie, in my personal opinion. So, anyway, I'm gonna sit here and just say right now that this is definitely a really pretty good film. I personally think that, the plot line and everything about it was pretty good. I like the acting. I thought the acting was really cool and well done. And this is a really great film. I mean, at least to me that is. I mean, some of you guys may not like this movie, and that's fine. But I personally thought this was a really good concept for a good movie. I mean, it's a good movie of the Man-Eater series, but I personally didn't think it was that bad as some people said it is. But I personally really do enjoy it a lot. I think it's a really great movie. So anyways, with that being said and that being the case, I'm going to sit here and say this right now, that this is just simply my own personal opinion. And if you disagree with me, that's perfectly fine too. We're all entitled to our own opinions in regards to these movies, and this is just simply my own personal thoughts. I'm going to give this movie a 10 out of 10. It's a really interesting concept. I personally liked it. I thought it was neat and well done. I liked it. I thought it was a really good concept. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to really say. But if I'm missing something, I'll let you guys know. So anyways, with that being said and that being the case, what did you guys personally think of this story? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Also, what would you have done personally to help make the movie a lot better? Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section down below. As always, I'm Shadow the Lion Queen. Thank you so much for watching today's video. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Ring the bell to so you know when I upload. As always, like I said, I'm gonna sit here and just say that this is a really awesome movie. I highly recommend you checking it out. So as always, with that being said, I'll be catching you guys on the next video. Don't forget to follow me on Blue Sky, follow me on Twitter, follow me on DeviantArt, and follow me on my backup channel known as Miss Dark Shigo, as a link to that in the description will be pretty much so you guys can follow me on those, and also follow me on my backup channel known as Miss Dark Shigo. And as always, I'll be catching you guys on the next video. Peace out, like always. I'll see you all next time.